Hello.
Hi, Daniel. I'm actually having dinner with my family, so I'll be off camera, okay?
Okay, that's fine. Enjoy dinner.
Thank you. Uh, Daniel, I'm making you host, okay? So you can also make Nidhi co-host once she join, in case I
Okay.
drop out. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Sure.
All right, you're host now.
Hello, everybody.
Hi, Elizabeth.
How are
So
you?
I'm,
You
I'm
make me
actually
crazy, Neil. You make me crazy
why so?
with your decision of when is Eastern time or not and changing the time.
Yeah. I'm so sorry about that. It will be solved in this week most probably because I have
Why
new
don't
people
you just
join.
send us a Google invite?
I know it's very simple, but again, I'm not able to find the time to do that honestly. But yeah, like
Okay. I do it for you if you want. No problem.
okay, thank you. So I'm actually with my family, eating dinner because today we just came out and today Diwali also starts. So happy Diwali,
Yeah,
guys!
Diwali.
Right?
Happy
Yes,
Diwali to you
thank you.
also.
And yeah, I'll just be off camera because I don't want you to see me eating. Okay. So yeah.
Uh, I would like to understand the statistic why we are more women in this course than men.
Recording in progress.
Is there an answer to this question?
Can you repeat that, Elizabeth?
why we are more women in this class than men.
I
I
think
thought, I thought that artificial intelligence was a man thing. It's not.
that's just a myth. You guys are defying the myth.
Okay.
So yeah,
We're proving that the myth is gone.
yes, absolutely. In fact, like more than I would say 75% of people in Life Master are women. Okay, that is the reason our logo is kind of pink, right? Because many people here are
Okay.
women, and I think women are in alignment of what I'm trying to do. And even in India, I think in my India group there are many women which will soon join here. So I think Nidhi has joined. Hi Nidhi.
Okay. And Nidhi is a woman.
Hi.
Yes, Nidhi is a woman. Yes.
Yeah, Nidhi, before you arrived, I was asking how come in this class we are more women than men.
Yeah, that's interesting.
It is
It's
interesting.
exactly because most of the community I've seen, it's actually the opposite. There are a lot of men and very less women there. So I think this is good.
Cool.
Yeah, yeah.
Cool. So how are you? You came back home safely, obviously.
Yes, like 2 days back, I came back from Bangalore and it was an amazing experience there. We met all the good content creators doing amazing work in India. So,
And where do you live, Nidhi?
like, in immense amount of learning took place in just that one day. Own journey so far. So yeah, excited to see what
Okay.
comes.
But where are you based?
Pune.
Are you in Pune? Okay. No, because I was just listening to the horror of the air conditioning New Delhi.
Yes, it is
It's
really bad.
it's insane. Absolutely insane.
Exactly.
It's crazy. When are they going to change something? It's really bad.
Exactly. It's much needed. I think it has started to happen in a few cities along with Delhi. But yeah, hoping
Mm.
that change soon as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When men don't want to give up, men will not give up of their cars. So we're stuck with that.
So true, so true.
Mm.
Yes.
So we missed you, or I missed you last week.
Oh yes. So about that, like yeah, because I was in Bangalore at that day. So we will definitely cover up for that one session, probably in the third or fourth week of November. So along with our Friday sessions, we'll have an additional session on either Wednesday or Thursday. So I'll let you know a few days for that.
Okay.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Yeah. How's everyone else doing? Like which country or which city are you from? Just put it in the chat box, so it'll be interesting to know. Daniel, Maria, Maj, Samia, Bente. Interesting. Yeah, I see a lot of these people are very active in the regular sessions. So that's the best thing. Uh, I think showing up regularly, I think 50% of the work is done there itself. And yeah, Elizabeth as well. Good to see you. I think after a couple sessions maybe. All right, Florida, Los Angeles, London, Denmark, Berlin. Interesting. That's great. Spain. Almost everyone is in a different place, which is a very good variety of people we have here.
For Los Angeles, this is very early.
Oh, is it?
Oh
Yeah,
yeah, it is. It is what 6 o'clock, 6:30 in the morning, or something like this, if I calculate well.
that's
That's very early.
good. That's good.
So this is really. Hello?
Yes.
I was just agreeing with you. I was affirming that it's very early over here.
Yeah. No, and on top we don't see your face, but you have a lovely the thumbnail of your Zoom is beautiful.
Thank you. It's a local artist.
Have you done that with Midjourney, or you've done it on your own?
No, I'm a photographer, so I just took a picture of that.
Well, it's lovely.
Thank
That's
you. Thank you.
which place is that?
That's in that it's a mural. It's you can see different murals of this artist throughout Los Angeles, and this just happens to be one that was in downtown LA.
Okay.
Yeah, so you really can't see up half of it. It's the mural, and the other half it's a reflection because it's an office building. So he, so what you're seeing, like the greenery in the sky, that's actual reflection from the window.
Interesting.
Okay, nice.
Thank you.
Awesome. And in Denmark, it's 3:30 in the afternoon. Okay, great. So I think at this time is, I think, good for everyone almost, except for Los Angeles, Maria. Great, you showed up so early in the morning. Um, okay, awesome. Okay, so before we start with the session, there's one more thing that I wanted to discuss. So the Mind Valley sessions, like each of the sessions that we have covered were super generic. Like it was ChatGPT, it was Claude, content creation, and all of that. Mid-Journey, we took 2 classes of that. Um, but right now, I'm seeing like they have a lot of specialized lectures, right? For example, UI, UX designing, coding, data science, data analytics. I think each of these sessions are extremely focused on those topics, and I'm not sure everyone here will be able to actually gain value from those specific topics. So what I was thinking is that definitely that's one part of it, and if needed, if a majority of you are interested in those topics, we will definitely cover that. What I was also thinking is because in the last week, I think you must have noticed OpenAI came up with amazing new updates, and which I will cover shortly. so, so my thinking was that we should actually stay up to date with what's happening, and that particular topic can benefit everyone here. So for this session particularly, I'm going to cover everything that OpenAI launched in the last week, and I think this information is available very few people, and we'll be among the first ones to actually experiment and try it out. So are you all okay with that? Just put a yes in the chat box if that seems fine, or if you want exactly Mind Valley sessions to be conducted, let me know if that is also the case. Okay. Yes. Okay.
I think just if for me personally, I would love to revisit with you one day when they will all be delivered, their Airtable.
Sorry, what? What will be delivered?
When they will deliver all the sessions of regarding Airtable.
Okay, great. I'll note that down.
Because until now we had 3 sessions. I think there are more to come. We were supposed to get more Mind Valley this week. We didn't get them. When they will be all released, I don't know how many they dedicated to Airtable, but I've done them all, and I already listened to one again for a second time, and I did exercise. It's just changing my life, and I knew I took this course because of Airtable, and I knew, and it's even over my expectations. So it's complex. It's not easy, but it's incredible, and I think we can apply it to any business, small and big, or even personal life.
Got it. Okay, that's an interesting thing. I will definitely note it down, and we will cover Airtable as well. Okay, great. And Maj, am I pronouncing it right? Is it Maj? I'm not sure. Please correct me if I'm wrong. Is it I'm not sure how to pronounce it. Is it Maj? So
Yes, she's saying yes, Maj.
okay. So Maj says that all this is good. I'm also interested in learning data Mind Valley sessions. All right. So data is also one thing that I'll note it down, because I don't think, like, for example, UI UX, I don't think a lot of people will even relate to that. I'm not sure if that will be very interesting to all, but okay, I will take all of this into account, and we will plan the sessions accordingly. But I think most of you are agreeing with go ahead with like what's latest in the last week. So for this session, I will take that up. All right. So this is clear, any specific topics from the Mind Valley course that you would like me to cover? let me know that as well. Like Elizabeth mentioned, she led Airtable, and Marge mentioned that data MV sessions. So any particular topic that you want me to cover, just feel free to put it right now in the chat box, or feel free to like unmute and say as well. Okay, I see a few new people joining in. Hi Valerie. Hi Maya. Good to see you as well.
Hi, Nidhi. Maya is here.
Hi.
I just started finally to work with all materials with Mindvalley, and yeah, sooner or later it will crystallize a bit more what I will really concentrate and what I will need. I guess you are there, flexible for us. So this is my feedback for you now.
Got it. This is great. Okay, so thanks for the feedback, everyone. Like Neil, before we start recording, I'll just share my screen and just go through one aspect. Okay, so in the Mindvalley sessions that are there, right? I think it's literally all about UI UX. It's about video generation. Again, for video editing, I don't think a lot of people will actually relate to this part. But if in case you all are interested, I will definitely take it up. Even within Midjourney, I have only taken 2 sessions, but there are also additional sessions like creating a storytelling format within Midjourney, creating presentations and all of that. So in case right now you all don't have clarity, like Maya said, go through this once and feel free to message on WhatsApp or anywhere, and we will take that into account from the next sessions. So yes, so that was it. Awesome. So Neil, do you have anything to say, or we could start the record? Like we could start the actual session.
You're asking me?
Yes. Anything additional you want to add, or should I start the session?
No, yeah, you can start. I'll just, at the end of session, I have something. I'm just having dinner, so I don't want to disturb. Yeah.
Okay. Fine. I'll go ahead. Great. All right. So what I've also decided is we'll keep the session interactive. It would be great if you all can unmute any time and answer. It's totally fine. Feel free to use the chat as much as you can. It'll be more interesting if it's interactive. Okay. So the first question for today for you all. What's new in the AI world in last week? Like anyone can just feel free to unmute and answer. We know what's trending. Like you must have heard of it.
GPTs,
Absolutely. Yes.
love it.
Yes. That's the most important update. OpenAI has launched GPTs where you can actually create your own apps using ChatGPT, and it is a game changer. The number of apps that are built using ChatGPT on App Store, on Google Play, have also increased tremendously. So I think like this is just the beginning, and we are going to see like a wide variety of apps coming in. Okay, great. Anything else that you must have heard of in this AI space? I think something came out very recently as of today, or I think yesterday if you are in a different time zone. Anything else that you must have heard of? Anyone else? All
Are you
right.
referring to the capability to do everything in one of the GPT-4 sessions?
Yeah, that is included in the OpenAI updates. Okay, so yeah, definitely that is one part of it. But one more interesting thing that happened is a company that's called Humane came up with AI pins. So I'll also share their website and all. They came up with AI pins. This news is as recent as of like few hours back. What they intend to do with this is they intend to replace mobile phones completely. So I'll show you. I'll share my screen and show you. Okay, so Humane is a company that generates hardware, based on new technology. So this is literally amazing. It is $700 pin, and it includes real-time messaging. It includes visual question and answer. We will just see a demo of how this works. I'll play the audio here. I'm not sure if the audio from my PC will be visible to everyone. So just give a
computer.
Sorry. Okay. Just in case, I'll play the audio right now, and in case you can hear the audio, just give a thumbs up reaction. So I'll understand.
And a battery booster.
Okay. Thanks.
Welcome to Humane.
This is the Humane AI Pin. It's a standalone device and software platform built from the ground up for AI. It comes in 3 colorways, got Eclipse, Lunar, and Equinox. There's 2 pieces, a computer and a battery booster. And the battery booster powers a smaller battery inside the main computer. And this is how we achieve our all-day battery life.
So if you ever exhaust the booster, you just reach into your pocket or bag and hot swap it. This is a perpetual power system that allows you to use your AI pin for as long as you want.
There are no wake words, so it's not always listening or always recording. In fact, it doesn't do anything until you engage with it. And your engagement comes through your voice, touch, gesture, or the laser ink display.
It also comes with its own connectivity built right in, our own Humane network, connected by T-Mobile.
We were able to pack a lot of technology into something really small. It runs a Qualcomm Snapdragon chipset, and that means it's really fast, which is crucial for AI.
It's got an ultra-wide RGB camera, depth sensor, and motion sensors.
And it's got this really special speaker that creates this bubble of sound. It can be really intimate, or it can be really loud.
It has an indicator that we call the Trust Light that is built directly into the AI Pin's hardware via a dedicated privacy chip.
The Trust Light indicates.
All right, this is the gist of what's new. I think it's a 10-minute video, so I won't play the entire bit here. I'll share this link with you where you can find all the latest AI updates. Again, I'm not going to cover each and everything from this, only what is very relevant to us. OpenAI is coming next, all right? So this is super interesting, which I think there's a lot of chatter around this pin on Twitter as of late. Okay, now we'll move on to the GPTs that was announced. So I have also announced this. Any latest update that comes out, I have a free WhatsApp channel where I announce all of anything, so that in case I found out some new ways you can prompt ChatGPT, I'll put it out there. It's again free of cost. I'll share the link with you just how we are finished with this session, right? So that's a good way to stay updated with latest information. All right. So GPTs are basically customized versions of ChatGPT, and you can feed it custom instructions. You can feed it personalized information, knowledge, and it's like it'll take 2 minutes to build your own app. I tried this out a few hours back, and it was amazing. Yeah, we will go through creating GPTs as well. And once you get a hands-on on this, I think it's literally like it's a game changer. So it'll be amazing to experiment with this, right? This is again available in the latest version of ChatGPT. It's GPT-4. I think they've also changed the interface a little bit. If you go to ChatGPT, you will have this explore button over here. Do all of you have this first? Just let me know. Can you all see this within ChatGPT in case you're a GPT-4 user? Okay, Daniel says I can. What about the others? Okay, Samia also got explore. Okay. Okay, Elizabeth gives a thumbs up. Okay, cool. Great. All right, the others can also check it out. Maj also says yes. Valerie, yes. Okay. All right. So yeah, I think as of now, almost everyone has access to this. So OpenAI has already made these apps, which we will just quickly go through, and I'll also teach you how you can make your own apps. What is special about this is that you don't have to use one ChatGPT for multiple purposes. For example, you're planning a birthday party for someone. You can create a little birthday GPT or something like that to give you ideas of what can be the decoration, the gifts, and the theme and all of that, right? Some examples by ChatGPT here are negotiator. I'll help you advocate for yourself and get better outcomes. And you can become a great negotiator, right? So this is super specific. It's a super specific task that all of your ChatGPT. Let's say that we had created some custom instructions. Remember, some time back, custom instructions. So I think one question that a few people had asked me at that point of time was, in case I have multiple custom instructions, right? Let's say I'm working with multiple companies as a consultant. I have different instructions each of the companies that I want to use. How should I go ahead with it? So the solution at that point of time was, I said, create a repository in like a Word document or a Notion document, and just keep those ready. Just copy paste it into this box whenever you need it. Again, you see, it's not very easy to do that. It's, it gets a bit boring to always go back and paste and all that. So Explore will actually create these separate things. You can go ahead and just click on any one of this and start using it, so that you have those specific tasks very different from each other. All right. So there's this specific OpenAI GPT just for DALL-E. There's one for ChatGPT Classic, which is no additional capabilities with ChatGPT, like browsing the web, like code interpreter, or like plugins and all of that. So in case you just want to chat with ChatGPT, this is the way to go. Game time. I can quickly explain board games. Okay, this is interesting. Tech support advisor. I think I benefited from this particular thing a lot. Like, I used to face some small issues in my MacBook of how can I get this done, and going through multiple Google pages never helped me. Just one response from ChatGPT solved it. For me, that has been the case now. So I think this is also very interesting. From setting up a printer to troubleshooting a device, you can go for this for step-by-step advice, right? All right, so let's go and try out this. All right, so this is Sous Chef. So it'll give you recipes based on foods you love and ingredients you have. All right, so this is very interesting. Let's say you have allergy to some ingredients and you have some material available at home. You don't know what to make. So this is something for that. Okay, I have. All right, so we'll just take one of these questions for now. I'm in the mood for a healthy snack. Any ideas? Again, this is very basic, but you can actually also input. Let me see if yeah. So the best part of this is you can actually take a picture of what's available in your fridge and put it here and say suggest some recipe from these available ingredients, right? Because now you also have the image reading option. So this is something you can do with this particular GPT. Again, once you go in, it'll ask you some questions so that it has a good idea. All right. So this is basically all the OpenAI GPTs that are available to everyone as of now. One very interesting thing is, okay, revenue sharing, right? So like anyone, even you and me, can go and create an app within ChatGPT, and if multiple people are coming to use it, if they all find it helpful, there's also going to be revenue sharing based on the app create. So this is a good way to earn some additional income in case anyone is interested. All right, so let's go ahead and create a GPT. I'll just quickly show you where you can do that from. It's in the Explore button on the top left. This is something that I tried some time back. It's a crypto analyst that I created. So you go ahead and click on the plus icon, create a new GPT. So I'll show one example. All right, let me check. Okay. All right, so this is interesting. Before we get started, I'll show you the official video from OpenAI, right? I think it's somewhere over here. Yes, it's here. Yeah, this is super interesting. Again, this is like a 3-minute video, 3 to 4 minutes video.
GPT Builder.
And like the way that he explains it also amazing. So I'll share my screen for now. Yeah.
I worked with founders for years at YC, and still, whenever I meet developers, the questions I get are always about how do I, think about a business idea? Can you give me some advice? I'm going to see if I can build a GPT to help with that. So to start, GPT Builder asks me what I want to make. And I'm going to say, I want to help startup founders think through their business ideas and get advice. After the founder has gotten some advice, grill them on why they are not growing faster. All right. So to start off, I just tell the GPT a little bit about what I want here. And it's going to go off and start thinking about that. And it's going to write some detailed instructions for the GPT. It's also going to, ask me about a name. How do I feel about Startup Mentor? That's fine. That's good. So if I didn't like the name, of course, I could call it something else, but it's, going to try to have this conversation with me and start there. And you can see here on the right in the preview mode that it's already starting to fill out the GPT, where it says what it does. It has some ideas of additional questions that I could ask. And you know what? So it just generated a candidate. Of course, I could regenerate that or change it, but I sort of like that. So I will say, that's great. And you see now that the GPT is being built out a little bit more as we go. Now, what I want this to do, how to interact with users, I could talk about style here, but what I'm going to say is I am going to upload transcripts of some lectures about startups I have given. Please give advice based off of those. All right. So now it's going to go figure out how to do that. And I would like to show you the configure tab. So you can see some of the things that were built out here as we were going by the builder itself. And you can see that there's capabilities here that I could enable. Could add custom actions. These are all fine to leave. I'm going to upload a file. So here is a lecture that I picked that I gave with some startup advice. And I'm going to add that here. In terms of these questions, this is a dumb one. The rest of those are reasonable and very much things founders often ask. I'm going to add one more thing to the instructions here, which is be concise and constructive with feedback. All right. So again, if we had more time, I'd show you a bunch of other things, but this is like a decent start. And now we can try it out over on this preview tab. So I will say, what's a common question? What are three things to look for when hiring employees at an early stage startup? Now it's going to look at that document I uploaded. It'll also have, of course, all of the background knowledge of GPT-4. That's pretty good. Those are three things that I definitely have said many times. Now we could go on and it would start following the other instructions and, grill me on why I'm not growing faster. But in the interest of time, I'm going to skip that. I'm going to publish this only to me for now.
All right. So this was like a good overview of how GPT generation takes place. I'll share this Twitter thread that I found that explains everything in a very concise manner. I'll share it right now in the chat box. And yeah, so you can see all of these videos. Okay, so I'll just address one question in the chat. Can images or creations be monetized commercially? So yes, you can monetize it commercially. You can also create AI art and sell it. All of that can be done. And the best part is that, as we had seen in a Midjourney session, even if I give the exact same prompt to Midjourney, and even if you give the exact same prompt, it'll always create a different image. So none of us can have the same image created. That's why our own creations, we can use it for commercial purposes as well. Another interesting update just on this particular topic was, yes, copyright shield. So So the CEO mentioned that OpenAI will defend customers if they face copyright lawsuits. Again, this is something that they've mentioned here. There'll be discussions on how this goes ahead, but for now, this is what they have said. Yes. All right. So now we'll go ahead and try out creating our own app. All right. So as you said, as we saw in the example, right, he had this entire transcript of a 2-hour or 3-hour lecture that was there, where he mentors startup founders. So this is very good to have precise answers to the way he would answer questions. So now what we can also do is, let's say, this is a very interesting sort of example that I'll take right now, which I have also not done before. It's live in front of you to experiment and see what all different type of things that you can create, right? So I'll go ahead and Andrew Huberman YouTube. All right, we'll take one of his YouTube videos. I think this was interesting. I think the one where this was interesting. The one with Mark Zuckerberg. All right. So what we'll do is, in case you remember the tool, okay, who remembers this tool that you can see with transcript and summary? Just put it in the chat box or just unmute and answer.
Glass.
Yes, it's Glass. Great. So with Glass, you can let's say now this is like a 2-hour 15-minute long video, and suppose what you want is, let's say, like, this is your sort of Bible for health, and how can technology, how can all of those things affect our mental health, and all of that, because like two of like really amazing people are speaking here. So let's say that this is a 2-hour 15-minute long video and you are so inspired by this, and you want a GPT that will answer any question that is related to this conversation particularly. Now, one interesting thing is that this is just one conversation I'm taking, which is a 2-hour 15-minute video, but you can also combine hours of videos on YouTube into one document and put it in ChatGPT, right? So I have copied the entire transcript from here. I will create that as a text file on my MacBook. So I'll go and I'll go ahead and create. Okay, this is a text document I've created from the entire transcript, right? I'll save this as Andrew podcast. So let's say I have this entire documentation of all the information I need. I'll tell ChatGPT. Okay, so Maya's question is, can one use Glass just for YouTube? Yes, you can definitely use it. The best thing about Glass is, again, like if you don't want to go through the entire long video, you can just click on View AI Summary button over here, and it will just take you to a new tab and give you the summary in like 2 minutes or 1 minute. So it pastes everything, and again, it has a character limit right now, so it won't paste the entire script, but I think it pastes like 30 or 40% of it, and it'll give you a summary. So it's best in case you don't have time to watch videos and you just want a quick summary. So that's how Glass can be used additionally. I also sometimes use it to get all of this transcript so that I can just read through specific parts that I need, right? So yeah, so basically it gives you this summary in case you need it. Okay, so let's say, right, I'll just check it was about curing all human diseases and the future of health and technology. So I'll type, I want to create a GPT that will answer all my health related questions. Again, I'm not giving a very big prompt for now. It's just for practice, so I'll put it in a short way. Okay, is there any tool that does the same from a video file? All right. I guess I'll have to check that. I'm not sure. Okay. So you mean, okay. So in case you want to get a transcript from a video file, there's this tool called Weed. Yeah. There's this tool called Weed.io. The only thing is that all of these tools where you need transcripts from long videos are all paid. So that's the only thing. But among all the tools that I've tried out, Weed has worked the best for me. So I use this particularly when I'm using it for putting videos on YouTube or as short reels on Instagram. Let's say I have put a 1 minute video and I want the transcript. So it will create, even if it's a longer video, it will create the entire transcript and it will give you a file where you can download the entire transcript from. The only thing is that it's paid, but yeah, it works very well. It does little mistakes from time to time, but it's definitely improving. This is the Indian rupee rate that it has, which is decent enough if you're using it for a long time or if you have some idea in mind. Otherwise, you can just Google transcription from videos, but I'm not sure if they have something for free as of now. All right, so let's get back to our GPT. Okay, so I said that I want to create a GPT that will answer all my health related questions. Great choice. We can create a GPT focused on providing information. Now let's give this health focused GPT a name. How about health helper? This sounds good, right? So for now, we'll go ahead with it.
You didn't put the transcript yet, no?
Yes. So I'll put it in the configure tab over here. That's it.
Yeah.
Yes. So for now, I'll create the profile picture and all, and then in configure, I'll go ahead and add. Okay, so it has given me this profile picture, which is decent enough for now. So I'll say go ahead with the profile picture. I have a transcript of a podcast that I need to refer for the information. So let's see what it says next. Okay, so as it said here, feel free to upload it so that health helper can refer to it directly. So you can either upload it here or in configure. You have it. It's best to upload this in configure because you can modify a lot of different things over here. But for now, let's try it over here and see. So desktop and Andrew podcast. All right, let's see what it's searching for. Daniel's question, is there any limit to how many GPTs we can create? I don't think there's a limit because the more GPTs you create and the more you spread it across and people find it useful, it generate revenue for you as well as for OpenAI. So I don't think there's any limit as of now.
least we are witnessing that GPT thinks.
Sorry, we are witnessing GPT.
We're witnessing that GPT needs to think.
Yes, yes. It does take time sometimes. I don't know what's taking so long. Maybe it's my internet connection. I'm not sure, but okay, we'll see. Okay, so this is ready. So the podcast Huberman Lab hosted by Andrew Huberman. All right, all of these details. All right, it's giving me some information, but in order to fine tune it even better, let's go back to the video. Let's go back. Okay, let's go back to what topics are discussed here so that we'll add some reference questions and keep it ready. One interesting point you can see here is Mark discusses social media and its impact on mental health. Meta's virtual reality and how AI will soon transform our online and physical experiences. Okay, so how technology is affecting our health is a very interesting take. All right, I'm not sure why it's giving me all of this, but okay, fine. We'll see what it goes ahead with. We'll go to configure. So okay, in configure you can see that knowledge has been added, right? Like knowledge, reference knowledge is this particular text document that we have. Again, this can be a combination of 10 or 20 different videos that you really like, or 10 or 20 different podcasts you like. You can upload, I think, multiple files here as well. Now for capabilities, now we don't really need DALL-E image creations. I'll just untick that. We do need web browsing in case we need additional information apart from the document. We don't need code interpreter, so I'll mark this. Conversation starters are basically the questions that you get that you can ask. So if I go to ChatGPT, these are some reference questions, right? Like show me a code snippet of a website sticky header, create a calendar for TikTok, and so on and so forth. So that is basically conversation starters. So what I'll add and keep is what, like, from the transcript that we just saw right now from description, I'll add a question. What are the impacts of social media on mental health? So this is one question I'll add and keep. Second, I can add, how is AR and VR affecting our online and physical life experiences? Okay, so these are some, so you can see it has been displayed over here on the right hand side. What else can we add? How CZI plans to cure all human diseases by the end of the century. Okay, so we'll add something like, is it really possible to cure all human diseases by the end of the century? So I think 3 are good enough, or let me see if there's anything else that I can take. Okay, I think that's enough for now. So these are conversation starters that we'll add in case people just want to explore what this GPT is about. Instructions. Okay, let's add some instructions. Provide accurate information on health related questions. This GPT is about how technology is affecting our health, mainly about. Provide concise answers and keep the tone formal. So you can also add all of that here, all right? In case you want very specific ways of answering, like for example, we had seen in custom instructions. So this is something that I had written for a blog, like start the post with a hook. So in case you have that particular application in mind, you can go ahead and add this. For example, add data points, include quotes from notable figures, so on and so forth. All right, so this is one thing that you can add. But for now, I'll keep this very simple. Okay. So we have all of this, add actions. Let's see what's there. Okay, this is a little, I think it gets more complicated, which we might cover later, but not now. Name your GPT. I think it already had it. Why is it? What was it? It was health. For now, I'll just keep it health GPT, right? What it does is provides accurate information based on technology and based on the intersection of. So this is something I'm adding for now. All right, we can definitely make it much better. But yeah, this is how it goes. You can see the preview here. You can try it out. Let me ask the question that I already posed, right? What are the impacts of social media on mental health? So here you can preview, try out and see how it works. Searching my knowledge. Okay.
So then, Needy, for this one, when it says searching my knowledge, is it just searching from that podcast, or is it looking at updated also information from the internet? Like,
yeah.
what
So
is it? But you have to open the parameters then, if you needed to make sure that it keeps updated, or is it just gonna continue with the podcast information only?
Yeah, this is an interesting question. So what this does is it will take the main reference from the uploaded text file that we have given, but it will also use web browsing because we have enabled that in capability. So it will combine information from both of these areas and give you the answer. In case you
But
don't,
the web browsing stops in September 21, no?
web browsing is latest information. It uses Bing to give you the latest information available online. So it will
So
browse.
what is stopped by in September 21 then?
So that is also GPT-3. If you're using the free version, that is only till September 21. But in case you're using GPT-4, you do have all of this web browsing where it will search latest information even as of today, and it will give you that as well. So in case you have like extremely specific areas that, let's say you only want information from the file that you have uploaded, then you can go ahead and disable web browsing so that you know that you have information only from that. But for purposes like this we are seeing right now, web browsing is good to have. So that's how you can enable it. Okay. So yeah, impacts of social media on mental health based on how technology is used. It's not necessarily detrimental. It does have positive aspects. So yeah, I think it has definitely combined both of those and it has given varying impact based on usage and time spent. So yeah, it's basically that. Again, you feel that these answers are super long and you want like a very crisp answer, you can go ahead and change it in instructions. Any instruction you need, it'll go ahead and do that, right? Okay, yes, Bent says that. Okay, wait, there's another question on top. Okay, I'll just take Dan's question first. Curious if ChatGPT can give an outline for building the customized GPT when prompted with details.
Yeah, I'm about to change my fingernails, so I'm going to be out of commission with my fingers for about at least 45 minutes. So please,
I think Brendan, I'm not sure. Brendan, do you have a question? Okay. So yeah, I'll take Dan's question. Curious if ChatGPT can give an outline for building the customized GPT. So yeah, I think you can do that. Go to ChatGPT, go to the GPT-4 version with browsing and all of that. You can say, give me step-by-step instructions on how I can create my own GPTs. So yeah, I think that'll also be done. Okay, so this is interesting. You can see that it is actually thinking that I want to sit and code a GPT, which is not right, because it has not browsed the web, if you see it right now. So what I'll do is it's thinking I want to create my own OpenAI, but that is not the case here. So there is another get around that you use here. So I'll just stop generating this, because this does not make sense for a person like you and me who doesn't want to create a own company. So what I'll say is, give me step-by-step instructions on how I can create my own custom GPTs within ChatGPT. Sometimes it doesn't use web browsing to give you latest information, so just add that additional line so it knows that it has to do that. Use web browsing to give me latest information. So let's see what it does now. Okay, meanwhile, I'll take the next question. Oh yeah, Bente says that ChatGPT is now updated until March 23. Yes, this is true. I'm not sure if that's for GPT-3 or 4. We'll just check shortly. I think it's for GPT-4, but yeah, we'll just confirm. Okay, so now you see how the answer has changed. Earlier it was telling us you have to sit and code and all of that, get large amounts of data. Now it's giving you a precise answer. Access ChatGPT, you need ChatGPT Plus. If you don't have, upgrade to Plus. Open GPT Builder. Inside the ChatGPT, use the left hand menu, click Explore, just what we did. Go to My GPTs, create GPT, right? Define your GPT. So exactly what you asked, Daniel, right? It gives you step-by-step instructions on what you want. Define your GPT is basically giving like 2-3 sentences on what you want it. Customized GPT will help you suggest a name and profile picture for your GPT. You can define how GPT should behave, how it handles situation with little context, how the tone should be. See, this is like everything you need. Upload supporting documents. Okay, so this is interesting. Documents like brand style guidelines, coding examples, by clicking the paperclip icon in the text area. This helps in providing context to your GPT. Test and refine, and then finalizing use. So yeah, everything that that you need to do, ChatGPT will help you with that as well. So I think Daniel's question has been answered. Okay, now we'll see the ChatGPT latest update. So I'll go to GPT 3.5. Okay, this is the free version. What is your latest information cut off date? Okay, it's Jan 22 for GPT 3.5. All right. So in case you're using the free version, instead of September 21, it's now become Jan 22. And now let's go ahead and try with GPT-4. We'll ask the same question. Okay, so with GPT-4, it has now become April 2023. This is in case you're not using the web browsing feature, right? So in case web browsing is not enabled, obviously it is enabled by default, but as we saw in our latest example, in this that we were doing, right, in this one, when we asked previously, it had no idea of how you can create your own GPTs. It was giving some very generic answer, but because this is latest information, it can use web browsing and give you. So if you're using the vanilla GPT-4, it will give you information only till April 2023, but web browsing will help cover for that. Okay. Can this be embedded in a website so visitors don't go to ChatGPT but go to a branded site? Yes, that can be done. People are figuring out ways to create apps that have ChatGPT as the backend, and I think a lot of App Store, Play Store apps have already come out. Let me show you this graph that I saw. Yeah.
It means that it has an embed code.
Yes, yes. And you can use the API in case you're building a new app of your own. You can use the ChatGPT OpenAI API and then build your own app on top of it and put it on your own website as well. So yeah, this is basically what you can build on ChatGPT, and Shopify apps have increased, App Store apps have increased. So yeah, basically that. In case you were also seeing these days, like in the last month, there was this trend on Instagram where people were using AI to create images of their college days, like how they would appear if they were in college. So that was super trending, right, in the last month or so. Again, there was this app on the App Store which people were using that had some sort of AI image generation code. Like I think it was Midjourney or it was Stable Diffusion, something like that at the back end. So yeah, that can be done. How can we trust the information in these GPTs that is valid and good quality? Okay, so for this, okay, I'll show you how that works. I mean, again, like the thing is that 100% of the information might not be correct. Like there might be some part that you need to double check. So how to overcome that? There are two ways. First is I have covered this tool, I think 2 or 3 times in a session. But in case you have missed it, there is this tool called as Perplexity. I'll put it
I
in
use
chat.
it all the time. It's fantastic.
Oh, that's great. That's great. So yeah, let's say that ChatGPT has given you a response that includes some data point or some number that you want to verify. Just take that, paste it here, and ask Perplexity to verify if this data is correct. So Perplexity will go through, it's like Google plus ChatGPT combined. So Perplexity will solve that issue for you to verify data. In case you don't even want to verify data, but you need accurate data, so go to Perplexity first before starting out your ChatGPT draft. Go and say that I'm doing research on this topic and give me 5 data points based on the topic. So if you ask that over here, it will browse information. It will give you supporting links for those data points as well. So you know that okay, now this information is verified. That you can use, paste it in ChatGPT and generate information further. So that is one way you can go ahead with it. Another way, I'll just show you. So let's say our GPT is ready, Health GPT is ready. I will save this to only people with a link. Oh, for now, I'll just save it to only publish to me. All right, confirm. So okay, so this is ready now. Yeah, if you see at the bottom of ChatGPT, it always says that ChatGPT can make. It is always giving this disclaimer. Can make mistakes. Consider checking important information. So yeah, there is no foolproof method to verify that ChatGPT information is correct, but Perplexity is one turnaround that you can use. Okay, so yeah, before I take the next question, I'll just we can just try this out here, right? Let's say we'll ask this: how is AR and VR affecting our online and physical experiences? So till okay, you see it as searching knowledge. So the knowledge that we had fed into it via the text file, it will always go back and refer to that. So yeah, it might take some time to answer it. Okay. So I think Samia's question is, how do we check whether the web browsing is enabled or not? Okay, I'll show you after this is generated. Okay, so the first thing it says is enhanced physical experiences. Integration of AR and VR into physical activities will give a more immersive and engaging experience. For example, VR for workouts is something everyone is using. Then second is, in the future, distinction between physical and digital worlds is expected to blur. Okay, this could include interactive exercise routine that combine physical activity. Okay. Now social applications addressing and VR have potential applications in addressing social anxiety and psychological challenges. Okay. All right. Addressing health concerns. Earlier concerns about health impacts of VR, such as effects on vestibular system and balance, have been mitigated in newer VR iterations. Okay, so I think what this has done is it's only giving me all positive responses, right? Let me see if I can go ahead and edit.
Which I would argue that in this case it's normal because it's Zuckerberg who is behind that.
Yes, absolutely. So what we
Because
can
he wants you to think that social media is good, and he's the owner of Oculus, which is the VR. So
absolutely.
he's not going to tell you anything wrong about them.
Absolutely, you're right. So I have this transcripts file open over here. I will go ahead and yes, I think this is the one. I will go ahead and search for VR. It's 1 hour 28 minutes. Okay, anyway. So yeah, I think in the transcript also you can see that a simple task of getting better range flexibility inside the VR experience. Yeah, it does seem to revolve around the positive aspects. So I think, yes, you are right. You can see how, based on the data that we provide, how the information can be biased towards the positive aspect. So this is super important. Even when ChatGPT and such AI tools were being developed, one important thing that they had to keep in mind was how to not make data or output biased. One interesting thing I saw on Twitter was someone posted this prompt on Midjourney of top successful an image only of male CEOs, not even a single female CEO was there. So this is how the data is biased, right? Because in India we see that it's like 99% men are at the top and very few females are there as of now. So data is super biased, and that's why the output can also be very biased. Like, because asking Midjourney top Indian CEOs, like, just create an image of top Indian CEOs. It should have ideally given a good balance, right? In an ideal world, but this is something that is the negative sort of aspect, I can say, for AI. And yeah, a lot of companies are working on removing this bias. So yeah, this is how your custom GPT works. Okay, now we'll take Samia's question. How to check if web browsing is enabled. Okay, so if you're going to a new chat, like if I just click on the new chat, by default, in the latest version, it has GPT with DALL-E with browsing and analysis. So if I type something like, give me latest info on Bitcoin price, right? Just a very random example. So once it knows that there's this world called latest information, it automatically use browsing with Bing. So this is one thing to verify. Secondly, like I don't think we need to go through this right now, but secondly, what you can do is, yeah, as with this example we saw, give me step-by-step instructions on how I can create my custom GPTs. Again, this was GPT-4, but it did not use web browsing. So if in case it happens, just add this additional line in your prompt. Use web browsing to give me latest information. This is the second way in which you can do it. Let's say that you don't want to use web browsing at all. You are okay with April or March 2023 data. So what you can do is, when you go to the Explore tab, there is the ChatGPT classic version. So classic version is again with no additional capabilities, or in case you don't want to use web browsing, this is the classic version you can use. So there are these three different alternatives. All right. Daniel's question: what are the risks involved with linking an entire business to OpenAI? What happens if it is down? Oh yeah, are there any best practices? Okay, so addressing your question, I mean, I don't know the best practices as of now, because this is such a new place, right? People are using the API to create their own companies. In case you just type OpenAI on Google and go to news section, as I was just doing research before our session, you can see that ChatGPT was not working for some time. You can see that there was some DDoS attack behind ChatGPT outages, cyber attackers and all. So there is no foolproof way that you can ensure that nothing is going to happen. Ultimately, it's a centralized company which does have access to a lot of things. So yeah, as of now, I don't have a definitive answer to that. But I think in terms of if you're building your own business on top of that, having a good security team, and those basic practices which you also do for any other companies that have high reliance on their own data, I think those basic things to keep in mind. But apart from that, this is a space people are exploring on how the regulations and all are taking place. So it's still a fairly new topic. All right. So yeah, that's how you can create custom GPTs. I hope that was interesting, and I hope you all go ahead and create your own GPTs. And in the next session, I would love to see what all you have tried out. I'll just show you one example of crypto analyst that I created some time back. Let me go ahead and click on edit so that you can see what I've done. Okay, so I have created this. I'll tell you why this was interesting. This is just a use case, all right? I'm not giving any financial advice, disclaimer. This is just a use case because this market interests me. That's why I tried this out. Basically, the crypto market has been booming. It has achieved an all-time high rate in the last 1 year. So there was a lot of chatter around this. You can see the fear and greed index. If you're into investing, it is in a high greed area right now. I wanted to explore because there has been discussion on whether this will last or whether this is just a small phase. I'm just showing you this for inspiration, right? Like what all you can create with GPTs. So what I did was, crypto analyst is the name, approachable and expert Bitcoin market analyst. What I want to do is I want to create this particular GPT that will predict how Bitcoin might perform in the future. Again, it's not right to completely rely on this. You have to do a lot of your own research, but this is a good starting point for me to get information on what I can need to refer to. So basically doing technical analysis and all of that, reading those candles and graphs and all of that. Crypto analyst is a GPT tailored for Bitcoin technical analysis, blending approachability with expertise. It covers various time frames from an hourly to an all-time data. So there is hourly rate, there is hourly data, there is weekly, monthly, yearly, and so on. It also reads historical trends for nuanced insights. It gives concise yet comprehensive analysis, expand on request, so on and so forth. Tone is casual and approachable, so it makes it easy for you to understand. These are some conversation starters that it automatically created. I have not entered any of these. So when I was going creating the GPT, this was automatically created, right? So in case your topic is a little generic, it will give you that. I have not included any knowledge. I have added all capabilities for now, which is again not needed, but this was the example. All right, so this is how I created it. Let's see how it works. So this for me was okay. Instead of showing you right now, I've already done that. So this was extremely useful for me because it gave me like a base point to do my own research. All right, so it gives me the short-term trend, like in the last few days, how the performance was, how the patterns look like. Okay, this was not there. All right, I'll show you right now. Okay, could you give a quick analysis of Bitcoin's market behavior? So now for the web browsing is crucial because everything that it has to predict is through that. Again, it's giving like generic answers, which I'll have to go and modify. But yeah, you see how you can actually, you need to modify the prompts from time to time, right? This is not what I was expecting it to give me. Yeah, let's try this one. Okay, now why is it not browsing the web? Yeah, so see, again it has given this. All right, what I'll do is I'll put my own question instead of using this. Basically, I just have to prompt it to use web browsing. That's it, right? Give me 3 points based on technical analysis of Bitcoin and how it can be expected to perform in the next week. So this is some question that I have. I'll just specify use web browsing. Okay, let's not specify and see what it does. Let's see. No, it's not using web browsing. So I'll edit this. I will say use web browsing. Okay, so now it is browsing. So now I think we are on the right track. Meanwhile, I'll take some questions. Okay. Samia says, will it allow the creation of bot with already existing, of GPT you mean, with already existing names? I'm not sure I get your question. Samia, can you probably unmute and ask?
Yeah, it's easier, sorry. Would it, if I wanted to create a GPT and I use the exact same name as yours, will it allow it or not?
Yeah, I think it'll allow it. Yeah, it will allow.
Okay.
Yes. Okay, so yeah. So you can see that it has gone through the web. It has given me the prices. In terms of technical analysis, these are the terms used: Fibonacci, retracement, resistance levels. In case you are into investing, there's this term called relative strength index. So it says that the short-term trend remains bullish, right? Again, the important thing is, this gives me a good way if I want to make a decision whether to invest or not. This gives me a good starting point, right? It also gives me this disclaimer towards the end. It's important to remember that while technical analysis can provide insights into market trends and future movements, it is not a guarantee of future performance. The crypto market is highly volatile, and do your own research basically, right? So yeah, this is one use case that I found interesting, which I wanted to share. Okay, for your question, let's just also quickly verify if we can use GPT with an existing name. All right, I'll just go ahead. Okay, there is this thing called as Game Time. All right, Game Time already exists, created by ChatGPT, as you can see here. Let's say I want to create another GPT with Game Time. Create a GPT called as Game Time. Okay, wait, we'll just see that. Let's just copy paste the entire thing to verify, right? That can clean. Let's see if it's possible. So I think the issue won't arise when you're using the same name, because this is your experimental phase, that like experimental sort of playground that you are experimenting in, right? So the only issue that I think might arise is when you create an app. Let's say if you want to use this on the App Store, or if you're using this as a product somewhere else on Product Hunt or something like that, then the name is similar to someone else's. That might cause an issue, but I think for now that should not be an issue. Okay. So it does give the same, it allows the same name. So you can see that that is not an issue. Daniel's question: how can you utilize GPT for monetization? So again, because this is super new, I think within Explore right now you only have made by OpenAI, but soon you should have apps created by others as well, and I think there'll be good amount of ratings that will be there. Let's say I go and create an app over here and hundreds of people have liked it and voted as a thumbs up. So that will be available here on this particular page eventually. That is how it's supposed to go. Let
You're
me
not sure, you don't think there is a marketplace for this?
As in, for example, I think just for GPTs, I think it will all be on this particular platform itself.
Okay.
For example, when plugins came out, right? If you see plugin store, I'll just show you that quickly. There's this thing called as plugin store where all of this is not created by the OpenAI team. It's created by people who are like developers or interested in using ChatGPT. So let's see one example. Let's see AI diagrams, developer information. If I click on their website. So Whimsical is a company that has created that plugin. So there are if you go to all, there are 130 pages filled with all of these plugins, and all different developers have gone ahead and created it. So I think, yeah, this is the place where it'll all be available for now. Yes.
So we might find a section called GPTs, and
Yeah.
that will be the marketplace, like you find the plugins, no?
Yes, absolutely. Yes.
Nidhi, I have a quick question. I saw that you could share that.
You mean you could share your you mean share the GPTs, is it?
Yeah, can you share the GPT?
Okay, let me try. I don't think
Watch your
there's
finger.
I don't see a share link over here. I'm not sure if this will work, but I'll share this link right now. Let's just see if this works. I'll put it in the chat box. Let me know if it works. There should be a way to share it ideally. Give me one.
If you can, I bet it'll be a good add-on to like an existing product or course, or just have it available for your business. So whether it's working or not wouldn't matter as much because everything isn't tied to it. But say you have and you do have a blog. So if
Yeah.
you offer that as an option with a subscription to your blog, then I don't know, that's probably a better usage for it right now. But if you can share that, I think it would be amazing.
Absolutely. Yeah. I think, yeah, it will have multiple use cases. You can link it to your website. I don't see an option to share my GPT as of now. I think, yeah, because it's still in the beta phase, they have not added these functionalities. But I feel in the next couple of days it should be available because yeah, I think most of the businesses and people will come and do that.
I just click on the link that you put in there, Nidhi, and I see your crypto analysis.
Okay, so just try the question if it's answering your questions. Okay, so what Maj is saying that click on 3 dots on the right side. Okay, let's say that this is something that I want to share. Yeah, this is if I want to share this chat I can definitely share. But the thing is that if I create my own GPT, for example, crypto analyst, this particular GPT as an app I cannot share as of now. But if I'm just sharing the link, I think Valerie is saying that it's working. So yeah, I think they do need to add some functionalities, but yeah, maybe just try out the link that I've shared and see if it's working. Just type something over here and see if it is responding. Is it responding, Valerie, or no?
I'm typing. Hold on one second.
Okay,
Yes.
sure. Okay, so meanwhile, I'll check this interesting use case that like people have started coming up with very, very interesting GPTs, even if it's just been 2 days. I just had a link on LinkedIn. I'll just go ahead and check that. Give me a minute.
It worked, Nidhi. I was actually able to get a response.
Oh, that's great. That's great then. So I think, yeah, for now there is no direct share link option, but if I just copy it from the URL bar, I think that can be done. Okay, that is great. All right, I'll share my screen again.
Yeah, it does work.
Awesome. Okay, so there's this person who created the tool that I showed, right? Glass. His name is Kazuki, and I've been following him on LinkedIn. So what he did is with custom GPTs, he has built this AI interactive resume. Okay, not this one, but I don't find the link to this. Let me see. He has also built this game sort of thing called AI Scavenger Hunt. Here's the link. Okay, yeah, exactly. So that's the thing that he's done. Just copying it from the URL bar. So yeah, this is also ready. Keep it. Okay, yeah, there are these options. For example, if this is a link someone has sent to me, I'll pin it over here and I'll keep it inside. Oh yeah, interesting. This is something I discovered right now. For example, Health GPT. This is, I mean, please don't use Health GPT because it has very limited data. We've only done it for the purpose of exploring. I'm sharing the link in the chat. Go ahead and just click on the down arrow and click on, I mean, for me it was AI scavenger hunt. Click on pin to sidebar and it'll stay there. Otherwise, it will just disappear if you're just trying it out. Oh, there is copy link over here. There is edit. There's no copy link option here for the Health GPT. Interesting. I don't know why it's there for AI scavenger hunt. There is the option here. But yeah. So yeah, AI scavenger hunt is it's sort of a game that you can play. I'll share that link as well if you want to try it out. So it's like the GPT is hiding a flag from you. You ask questions and get clues. It's an interesting game. So yeah, try this out. Okay. I think GPT not okay. So Samia gets an error for GPT not accessible. Is it happening for others as well?
Yes, the health is not working.
Oh, interesting. So I think why health is not working, it's because I have uploaded my own text file and maybe that is not something that's shareable for everyone. Whereas for crypto analyst, what I had done was it was super generic. I have not given any personal information. I've just given instructions. So maybe that's why it was shareable. This is interesting. I think Yali will definitely update this with time. Maybe there are some settings in configure which we'll have to check. Additional settings. Nothing here. Yeah, so I don't think they have. Oh, I got it. So Health GPT was
Only people with link.
yes. So now I have
It was not public.
exactly. And the crypto analyst that I did was public, so that was the reason. Oh yeah, now you get a copy link as well. I'll paste the link and just try it out. I think now it should work. So yeah, this is good. One interesting thing is that in the bottom left corner, you can see additional settings. In case you don't want your personal information from this GPT to be used, you can just disable this. So yes, I think this was it for today. I think in the Twitter threads that I have shared, you will get some more information on how you can monetize it. There is revenue sharing. There's this particular tweet within the thread. You can just go through this video. You'll get more information. And yeah, I think that's it for today. I think almost all questions have been answered. Great. In case anyone has any additional questions, feel free to ask. Otherwise, just like in one word, just let me know how did you find today's session in the chat box, or just unmute and answer.
I love it.
Great. I'm glad.
Amazing. I can't wait to try it out.
Awesome. I'm looking forward to see what all you try out, and in the next session, we'll keep the initial 5-10 minutes to discuss that.
Okay. I guess
thank you,
you are
everyone.
done for today, right? So yeah, I just have a couple of things to announce. All right, let me just settle at one place. 1 second. Okay. So guys, first of all, again, as usual, thank you so much for being here. It really means a lot to all of us, so that you come every week without failing, and you kind of give your input and make this session successful. We have Brendan joining us today. He's our newest Diamond member. So hi, Brendan. Real quick, say hi to all of them.
Hey, everybody. Yeah, thanks for having me. That was a great session. I learned a lot.
We have a man, and we have a second man.
All right. Yeah, thank you, Brendan. So a couple of things I wanted to announce is that we are also, so I and Nidhi, we met in Bangalore, and we kind of, discussed many things on how to make your AI journey more improved, and like give you more things and more resources. So most probably next month we are going to start AI cohorts. Okay, so for many of you who want to actually like give 4 weeks of time to learn specific thing about AI, we are going to run some cohorts based on this expertise. So I will give you all the information. And I'm sorry, I'm talking while I walk. I just visited a clinic nearby. I fell last week. Nidhi knows all about it, right? But yeah, thank you so much again. All the sessions, whatever you saw, you will be getting. So it will be uploaded in the LMS by today or tomorrow. Just give me like 24 hours to do that. And also to make your lives easier, I'm gonna upload everything onto NAS.io platform again. Okay, so you will have access of all the content on LMS Academy as well as NAS.io, because I know, and I'm really sorry that many of you are, especially Elizabeth. So yeah, I'm gonna make your lives much easier now. So you're gonna have access onto the NAS.io platform as well as Life Master Academy. And with that, I conclude today's session. Today is the first day of Diwali, so wishing all of you a very happy Diwali. And yeah, I'll see you soon. Thank you.
Thanks everyone,
Thank you.
and welcome Brendan.
Thank you.
And it's good to see all your feedback. This will really help. And in case you feel anything needs to be improved as well, feel free to message me anytime. Great. I think, yeah, just one thing I needed to address was Chuck mentioned I made my own. Like, I didn't get that, Chuck. What was that? Yeah, Chuck. I think you need to unmute. You're on mute. Okay. Yeah, I think Chuck, maybe I think you mentioned that you did your own GPT. I think, yeah, that's right, Daniel. All right. Anyway, great, great everyone, and see you all next week, next Friday.